I'm going to start with your new technique, your agility and broken chords, and just doing the right hand this week. So you've got the same combination of finger groups and note groups as you had in your previous exercise. These are semiquavers with the 2 lines. So that will be 4 notes to every beat of the bar. That doesn't mean you need to play them ridiculously fast, but they will go just a little bit quicker than in the previous exercise. So it comes in on the 3rd count. That's not the 1st count of the bar, that's the 3rd count, the last count. So I'm going to count in very slowly the first 2 beats. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, so that was the 3rd count, and then the 1st count goes on the 1st note, that crotchet, which is a staccato E. Okay, so every time you play the group of semiquaver notes, that will come on your 3rd count, and then you always go straight to the 1st count of the next bar, which will always be the staccato crotchet. Okay, so it's moving through those chord positions with octaves in between. So I'll play it all the way through now. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and stop, because only 2 beats at the end, because the 3rd beat we've already played at the beginning. Now that may seem a little bit too quick at the moment, which is fine if you want to slow it down. You just need to be very careful to make sure that the crotchet notes, especially as they're staccato as well, they'll seem very spaced apart, but that's as they should be. So you just need to make sure they fit on the beat and you don't come in early with those notes. So let's just go through it a little bit slower. So that's your first chord, C, E, G and C with 1, 2, 3 and 5. Then the thumb goes to an E and plays the octave. So you're just doing the octave either end of the hand. Then you go back to the same E and you've got your second chord, E, G, C and E, 1, 2, 4 and 5. Then it goes to G and G, G octave. Then back to the same G to start the next group. G, C, E, G, 1, 2, 4, 5. Then it goes to C with a thumb, and that's an octave jump. Okay, then we're starting in reverse, starting on that top C, C, G, E, C, go to G now, octave, back to the G to play the next group, G, E, C, G, then E, octave, back up to the E, E, C, G, E, and then C, octave down, and then an extra G and an extra C just to finish off the exercise. Okay, now I'm stopping, so you're losing sense of the rhythm. So I will play it through again with the rhythm, but a little bit slower. Counting in, you can count in 1 and 2 and it might help to get the gaps between the notes at the correct space. So I'll do that, I think. 1 and 2 and 3 and 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 1 and 2 and finish. Now you may notice watching my hand that I'm already spreading my fingers apart for every single chord. Now I've been doing these chords and combinations of these over many years, so my hand does it automatically without me even have to think about it. So you won't find that. You will have to sort of make your hand stretch apart a little bit. All right, try not to jump around too much. All right, keep in contact with the keys a little bit. Keep grounded if you like. right? So even though I've done that staccato E, my little finger's already very near that top E. I've not sort of moved the hand or taken the fingers away. I'm keeping very much into the keys, bedded down onto the keyboard. So that's one thing I would suggest that you do. So try not to sort of let your fingers come away from the keyboard and jump around. If you watch my hand, it's very that's really bad grammar. It's very stationary, isn't it? All right, and it's very close to where the keys and where my fingers need to be. So try to be economical with how you're using your hand and your fingers to keep them as close to all the keys that you need as possible. Now this next one, that is I can feel that is a stretch there. All right, so I wouldn't expect you to do that because that will be physically quite hard if you're not used to it. So you will need to move a little bit for that second position. But again, only go to the G and just stretch the hand out. Don't move the hand away because you're going to come back to the G to start the next group. Okay, so that's just one bit of advice for playing that one.